Hi everyone, my name is Noel. I apologize for the late post. It's been a long week. So to answer the questions of what information impacted me as an administrator slash coach, you know, the first assignment I think kind of made me realize. I know athletic administrators have to budget, but I think actually having to do it myself and having to do the research for each sport and seeing how much each sport basically requires to get started, and also the factor of being fair. That was a difficult one because as you mentioned in the first unit, I believe that you have to be able to justify how much money is being given to each team. And after reviewing yours, though, how you cycle every year. I mean, that was great, also. So of course, now that I have an understanding of that, that's how I'm going to apply my knowledge to the profession I'm in, which is I'm a high school coach right now. Um, I'm not making too many decisions as far as how much money each team gets. I'm not in that position yet, but for future, if I decide to go in the athletic administration direction, I have an understanding of what needs to get done now. And also, just viewing other people's budgets and how they did it was great. Um, and then I believe the interview also helped. I mean, we always discuss amongst coaches. We're always talking, but I don't think I've ever asked the direct questions that were being sought out in that specific unit. Just seeing an understanding of what it is that certain people have issues with on campus. As far as education and administration. So the interview helped to really just sit down and say, hey, what's going on campus that could probably be improved um, or whatnot. And so applying this to my own coaching. Suggestions could be made now to athletic administration. I've already been in contact with the principal with certain issues I've been having on campus. So I think just opening the line of communication and not being afraid to communicate. I think that's where we all should be in the direction of going. And also, let's see. So what else? The information, and also just being how do I say it? Being fully prepared as far as note taking. Students are acting up. Note taking for parents. That way you have a justification of what's going on. If certain individuals aren't playing for a certain amount of time, or if their grades aren't up and they're expected to be playing, which in turn they're ineligible. So I think just keeping an open line of communication with parents, um, and and controlling social media posts, because I know throughout our season this year, we had a couple incidences that were never clarified. I never really had to discuss anything to do with social media. I mean, I knew we had a Facebook group which we utilize as posting update information for parents and students. But this is the first time that we've had an incident that one of the students posted something that shouldn't have been posted, a little inappropriate, but um, I think I think it was on our fault. Basically after reviewing our readings here, but that's something that we have to go over now. That became an issue, and now that's something that we have to discuss every season. As far as coaches, and obviously controlling that. I mean, we can control social media factors of who posts what and what posts, and being able to accept certain posts. So I think that's on our end now. We're going to make those adjustments as we go on now, because I think we're in an era now of communication. I mean, I know a fellow colleague at another high school that coaches one of our rival schools also. He uses a certain app. I forgot what it's called, but he basically sends an update, and everyone on that phone, on the cell phone, on that cell phone list, which he got parents' numbers at the beginning of the season, received the update but aren't able to respond. So not being able to respond obviously helps in minimizing disrespectful comments or messages back. So um, and obviously learning those things, and that's what I believe I'm going to use in my profession as I continue on coaching. And whether I go in the fitness professional direction. I mean, I think all this kind of interrelates with each other, and scheduling obviously is an important one too, because we have to know what facilities are being used at what time, um, or what outside community members are wanting to use our facility, and if we're willing to rent it, if it works out. So I think all those are important aspects in the units, in all the units that we've learned combined. Those are my big takeaways from the course. So I think it was great. I mean, I got most of the questions answered that I was hoping to learn. So now, now I'm going to continue on with my courses here in this program. So thank you again, everyone, for being supportive. Professor, I enjoyed the videos that you would have a recap of everyone's thoughts. That way we can all kind of get an insight of what each specific individual posted, as opposed to just kind of one-on-one. So that helped because I like seeing other people's ideas as well. So thank you.